Over $101,000 for this 2025 Mercedes GLS 450. That's a lot of money. Over $100,000 for a vehicle that's going to depreciate so much. But think about it. All the domestic manufacturers, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, Ford, General Motors, every single one of them, I think they have more $100,000 vehicles than this Mercedes-Benz dealership does. Let's look at this one real quick. This looks like a cheaper one right here, but trust me, they get very expensive very quick. Yeah, this one's $47,000, a little GLB 450, or 250, my bad. But it looks similar to like the Dodge Hornet, you know, little tiny SUV, and it's the same price, but it's a Mercedes or a Dodge. You know what I mean? That's the crazy part about how crazy the domestic manufacturers have gotten on pricing. All the prices don't make sense nowadays, but I mean, Mercedes advertising $499 payments. Half the dealerships now can't even get people in that payment range. We go to CarMax and we'll see vehicles that are 10 years old with, you know, it's just crazy. But these things depreciate like no other. Look at this one. $137,000, 2025 S580. Wow. Again, are we at a domestic manufacturer or Mercedes? We've seen F-150s that cost more than this S580. So pretty crazy price-wise, but still, it is a luxury SUV, so what do you expect? And people who buy these vehicles, they know exactly what they're getting into. They're getting into something that's going to lose a lot of value very quickly, and if you think you're buying a Mercedes and it's going to hold value, you're buying the wrong vehicle, that's for sure. $48,000, another 250 GLB, but a lot of people just lease them, you know what I mean? They're not even wanting to keep these vehicles for long. They just want to lease them. Whatever time they get, a couple years out of it, they're happy. It is what it is. But a lot of inventory here, actually. The whole lot, completely full to the brim. Brand new Mercedes all over there, and this is their used car section. They sell a lot of used cars. Every luxury dealership is pretty much, they have to sell a lot of used cars because they don't have that much volume. It's very, very low volume, and the low volume, it doesn't help sales, you know what I mean? They don't sell that much volume at the end of the day, especially some of like the Porsches, stuff like that. Very low volume, but when they sell a car, they can make a lot of money. That's the thing. Mercedes, the dealership, everybody involved can make a lot of money. But look at this, $96,000. Wow, GLS 450. Now, it is a different clientele base, you know, especially if they're leasing. You know, the dealership can't sell all the warranties and all this stuff where they make a lot of their money. So they want you to buy this. They want you to have bad credit so they can do all this and raise the rate even more. They want you to buy all the warranties that you possibly can. But a lot of people, they're like, I'm not even keeping this Mercedes. I'm just getting rid of it. Look at these Sprinter vans, these things. I don't think we've had one of these on the channel before. Let's see what they're going for. Probably not cheap at all. Not cheap. Let's see here. Let's see, $78,000. You know, if you need one for your company, 2024. Surprised to see 2024 still out here. But hey, these Sprinter vans, you know, there's a lot of competition in the commercial market. $71,000. Yep, diesel, 2024, 2500 cargo van. Yeah, it's a lot of money still, but if you really want the Mercedes one, but a lot of competition in that segment. But still, a lot of inventory, all brand new, obviously not reliable. I spent many years in Germany. Yes, Mercedes are much more common over there, but they know $68,000 GLC 350. They know that these are not reliable. They can't keep them for a long time. They're very expensive to repair. That's the big issue as well. They're complicated because with a vehicle, something's always going to go wrong. And when something goes wrong with your Mercedes, it's going to cost a lot more money, and it's going to go wrong much more than, let's say, this 4Runner. You know what I mean? This 4Runner is super reliable. It has a known reliable V6, unlike a lot of these Mercedes engines, obviously. See if there's a price. Yeah, I'm not seeing one on there, but yeah, I mean, very, very unreliable when it comes to long-term ownership. But who's keeping this vehicle for a long time? You know what I mean? Most people, they buy it new, they're getting rid of it, they're going to take a huge loss. They're just leasing it so they know exactly what they're going to lose to begin with. Most people are going that route instead of actually buying it and saying, oh, I'm going to keep it for a long time. It just doesn't work that way. Now here, looks like there's a real expensive one over here. Some sort of specialty edition. Let's see here. Yeah, they don't have a window sticker on it, but probably over $100,000 for sure, if not more than that. They go up very quickly. It looks like a used one here, but yeah, not cheap at all. But as you can see, all sitting here. Loads of brand new inventory, all Mercedes-Benz. They don't know what to do with it. All they can do is start discounting. So you better not even pay anywhere near MSRP because you're going to take such a loss. And they got a lot of their G-Wagons and stuff up there. We'll look at that electric one real quick after we get done with this one. Let's see, because not playing around on these prices, man. Let's see here. Yeah, $124,000 GLS 580. Again, I've seen F-150s that cost $120,000. So at least it's a Mercedes, but you're going to lose so much money. You know, so much money is going right down the drain with Mercedes-Benz. Now let's look at this one. It looks expensive, but it's all electric. Get up these stairs. My knee, I just had knee surgery, so still working it out here, trying to get it going. Let's see what we're working with here. Not cheap at all. Not cheap. Let's see. Yeah, $126,000. Can you guys see? 126 Mercedes. Wow, AMG EQE SUV. Yeah. How much is this going to be worth in just a few years? Probably pennies on the dollar. Let me know what you guys think. Have a great day. And wait, would you buy any of these vehicles, any of these Mercedes vehicles, even with a huge discount? Let me know. Have a great day and stay blessed.